welcome back, my friends, all to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Outdoors. A Riding with Scab rendition. We hadn't done one in a long time, and I thought we might do one today. What do you think? It's Veterans Day to all the vets out there, man. Love you, appreciate you, thank you. Even those of you who didn't go or didn't serve in combat or didn't do that, thank you for your willingness to be called up. Thank you for answering that call. We appreciate you. For those of you that are active military that watch the channel, dude, my hat's off to you. Much love and much respect your way. My son was in the Marine Corps, and then he got out and he re-enlisted a couple years ago in the Alabama National Guard. He felt like his mission wasn't complete, his duty wasn't fulfilled. So to him, son, I love you. I'm insanely proud of you. Hats off to you. Megatron is a vet. Hats off to her and to all of you. I had two grandfathers that served. One was a combat vet. I think one went in right after World War II or right at the end. So to all vets, thank y'all. Listen, for Veterans Day, November the 11th, which is today, 8 p.m., we're having a monster Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. If you don't know who Joe is, it's Joe Love or Joe Steele from JS Bladecraft. We are having Eric Hansen from Phobos Knives on. Eric's going to be with us. He is a combat vet. We're going to have Curtis Iavito from Spartan Blades. Curtis is a combat vet. We're going to have Greg Medford, who is just a wild man, a Marine. I don't know if Greg is a combat vet. I think he is, but I don't want to speak out of turn. Greg Medford from Medford Knife and Tool is going to be on. And then we're going to have Ernie Emerson on. Ernie from Emerson Knives I think Ernie was a little bit concerned because Joe talked to his daughter and she said, Dad wasn't a vet. We know. We know. But here's the thing with Ernie, man. Not only has he made knives for a lot of different units in the United States military, but all over the world. Not only has he made knives for them, he has taught hand-to-hand combat techniques and knife fighting techniques to our soldiers. I don't know how many decades. I think he qualifies to be in there. And just Ernie's one of the most humble human beings ever. That's our panel of four. And then, of course, Joe and I will be there. Here's kind of what I want to get out of this tonight. All these guys are vets or have worked with our military, right? All of them are American knife makers. You've got Ernie Emerson and Greg Medford, different ends of the spectrum as far as personalities. You got a couple of combat vets in there, maybe three. I believe three of the guys make the knives. Eric Hansen uses White River as his OEM. So we're going to get all kind of perspectives. What I want out of this is an actual blade talk. I want a lot of knife talk. Now, if you were watching this any other date than November 11th, go back and check out the Blade Talk with Scab and Joe with those guys, Veterans Day special. I want it to be a knife thing. Guys, I'll be honest with y'all, man. I'm politicked out. I'm electioned out. I don't want to talk about that shit. And it's not that I'm against politics. Politics are a part of life. I get it. But I would rather hit myself in the dick repeatedly with a mallet than have to hear about politics one more day. I just want a good knife discussion. And some, let these guys mill about, let them network. I'm not going to say a whole lot. We're just going to kind of let it go. Really looking forward to that. That being said, I'm not going to keep y'all long. If this goes off well, next year we'll have a couple of different guys in. This is the Combative Edge Salus. Made in the USA. Combative Edge is owned by Rob, and I drew a damn blank on Rob's last name. I'm sorry about that. He's a vet. The guy from TKL's a vet. So we might be getting some different voices in. Well, what I was going to say about this knife. This is like my car knife. I love this thing. I just honed it up, just sharpened it up. It's just a dope little knife, man. And it's crazy to me how many great knife makers and knife companies we have right now. We're definitely in the golden age of knives, man. And here's the other side of that. There's so many different great makers in the U.S. and designers in the U.S. and there's a ton of great YouTube channels. Listen to me right here. Guys, I give you my opinion, my take on knives, and I show use. It's just what I do. You'll hear me say often, well, I don't have the knife acumen as others. I don't have the attention span to sit down and look at steel charts and do that. I just don't. I don't. I'd love to tell you I didn't have the time. That really has nothing to do with it. It's just that my attention span is nil. And I'd rather shoot myself in the face than have to sit there. It's just not what interests me. Using the knife interests me. I want to say this to you. If you're a knife YouTuber, a knife tuber, if there's a knife that you differ in opinion on than me, dude, just say it. You don't have to say, well, I'm sorry, don't hate me. I don't know you. I don't care. We're going to disagree. In fact, let me put this out there publicly. If I love this knife, I carry it every day, the Emerson Vindicator. I love Emerson. I carry Emerson. I've bought all my Emersons, right? If you differ in opinion, then say it. Show it. You don't have to apologize. You don't, listen, every knife company's got, and I'm not talking about just me, with anybody. I watch a lot more than y'all think I do. I watched a guy today, and there's a knife, and wasn't going at me, but he's like, well, y'all gonna hate me, but I've got to have my opinion. Dude, stop all that. Just say, hey, I don't like the damn knife. I don't like the damn company. That's all you got to do. Ain't all this bullshitting around or spend 30 minutes saying how honest you are or any of that shit. There are people on here that watch YouTube for nothing but the bad side of shit. That's what they like. So if you disagree, or if there's a knife I don't like and I say something, it's okay. It's okay. In fact, let me say this to all of you who subscribe to my channel. If there's a knife you see on here and I love it, which I told y'all, I'm not showing you knives I don't like. You'll know if I don't like a knife. That doesn't do anybody any good. It really, I just don't, it's not my thing. But if there's a knife you like this Combative Edge, this Salus in 3V. Now this one, Grugsy and I traded. Grugs over at Legion Tactical. Shout out to him. Grugsy and I traded this. I love the knife. You may not. But here's the thing. If I do a review on this knife, and I'll probably do another one soon, especially since I just sharpened it back up, and you're intrigued by the knife, find you 2 or 3 videos that don't like the knife. That's what this whole knife tube should be. And nobody should take the shit personal. My whole attitude has changed in regards to YouTube. I used to take everything personal. I didn't know. I didn't grow up on the damn internet. The more I'm on here, the more it's just like, I don't give a shit. And I don't mean that negatively. One of my biggest shorts, 99% people that commented were laughing at me because of my weight. It's fine. I just did a short on World's Most Deadly Knife, and people take you so damn seriously. Oh, some of y'all, this shit ain't that deep, man. It ain't. Oh, that ain't the world's most deadliest knife. Well, how the hell would you know? Huh? Maybe it is. Well, it ain't illegal. How would you know? It doesn't matter. I don't put a ton of thought in the shit I say. Maybe I should. I'm not. There's other issues in the world and in my life other than what you think of a knife. Sorry. And people, that short's got 1.5 million views, and 99% of the comments are making fun of my eye. And I had to laugh at most of them because they were genuinely funny. You know where I get aggravated? It's not the people making fun of me, because a lot of times it is funny. I get a chuckle out of it. One of the best comments I ever got in my life, dude said, if Waffle House was a person, it would be this dude. I thought it was hilarious. Where I get irritated is when people get all upset and serious. Dude, you're commenting on a YouTube video. I mean, think about it. Think about it for a minute. One, like I said, I'm giving you my opinion using an, and I'll tell you this too. I am a member, not subscribed, but a member of, I think I just counted 7 or 8 channels. Half of them I don't watch. Half of them I don't, or a couple of them, I do not talk to the people. I'm just a member of the channel. There was something about their channel I felt compelled to join. A couple bucks a month? So I did, right? It ain't that deep, guys. That ain't because I'm a good guy. I do things based, on how I feel, and if that's the thing. So I'm not knocking channels. I'm not knocking the guys who sit and show the knife at a table. We need all of that. But here's a couple things that really changed my attitude with this whole shit. One is, some of y'all you would take the word over somebody with 200 or 300 subscribers who doesn't cut shit online, doesn't do anything with a knife other than be negative. You would take that guy's opinion because you like that, other than somebody who actually uses a knife. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm not talking you into liking my opinion. I don't give a shit. I want to show you the knife work, and I want some real... Ken Faulkner is a knife reviewer and a brother and a good dude. I like Ken's comments because Ken, and if you're not subscribed to Ken, go subscribe. Ken is honest in the comments. Guys, I don't need a bunch of, man, that's great. If you don't like it, Scab, I don't like that knife. Okay. I didn't make the son of a bitch. I didn't design it. I'm not going to take it personal. I'm just not. But I need that feedback. I base a lot of what I do on feedback, real feedback. Why? Why would I do a bunch of shit that people don't like? Right? I don't need a bunch of yes people. I want to have real conversations. And some of that, I've changed my style. If you noticed, I've cut back on some of the knife reviews. There for a while, dude, I was just doing them one after the other, and they got so damn repetitive. Yes, I enjoyed doing them. Yes, I would love to do one every day, but I'm not here to bore you to death. I'm just not. So we've taken a little break on that. We're letting some things move and simmer. Plus, it gets me stepped away a little bit, right? To kind of refocus and redo. And listen, I watch a lot of channels. Now, a lot of the guys who sit and talk about knives, they do a lot of pocket knives. Most of the guys, I think the bigger channels on here are pocket knife channels, right? They don't do a lot of cutting. They just sit there and show you the knife. That's what people want to see. They want to hear the thoughts. They want to hear about, the different locking mechanisms and the detent and the walk and talk and all that stuff. Hell, I do too. There's a lot of channels I like watching. My point to you is, to all of you, this whole knife tube only works if we're real and we're honest with each other, right? I'm not here to knock anybody. I'm not here to do anything. There's some guys that I absolutely disagree with everything they say about a knife, but I watch every one because I learned something, right? I can't make you like me. I can make you hate me. Ask Trent. He's a half-wit anyway. But the truth is, and this is like, it's not like one of these big epiphanies I've had, but it is something that I'm just starting to see more and more. When I got on here, man, I am a person who wants people to get along. I'm a fixer. I want everything to be okay. Everything's not okay. And that's okay, right? We don't all have to agree. We don't all have to like each other, which is a good thing. My point is, if we all get in this together with the right attitude, even if we disagree. Now, there's some pricks on here who just want to argue. And if that's the case, okay. And you just go, don't let a troll. Trolls don't bother me at all. They're content. None of this shit bothers me. I'm on here, and I've said this a million times, and I'll say it again. When I give you an opinion, when I say something to you, it's real. It's how I feel. If being on here is just fake and it's a persona, I'm not doing that shit. I feel like if we disagree, it ought to be all right to go, hey man, I just got to say I've got a different take than that. Now, I will say this too. I'm never going to go in somebody's comments and be disrespectful or argue with somebody else. I just don't do that. I don't do that. But I'm talking about, and I'm not talking about arguing, I'm talking about if there's a different take on the knife, if there's something else or a bad experience. And you guys know, y'all know, I encourage you, if you've had a bad experience, say it. It helps everybody. It really does. I shout out a lot of channels. I shout out a lot of people. Have I been burned? Sure I have. I'm not naive in any way, but I never thought I'd have to get on here and vet people I shouted out. I've shouted out a lot of companies. I've been burned a couple times. That's going to stop. I am on here to support small makers. I want to do that. I want to help people. I want to be part and help things grow. But I've got to do a better job. And that's something that never crossed my damn mind. Never crossed my mind. I'm not getting in anybody's shit, but I am going to start doing a better job. I mentioned a couple weeks ago about Carnivore. I'm still waiting on them to make a statement. I'm going to have to make a statement soon. I don't say much about Survive because Survive Knives never sent me shit. As much as Renee and all these other dildos want me to be the bad guy, Survive guy never sent me anything. I like the knife. They can make a knife. I don't know what you want me to say. I'm not going to lie. It is a good knife. And if you say it's not a good knife, you need to get on here and show me why. That's the other thing. I don't mind people disagreeing with me. Just show me. Just show me. That's it. Just show me. Now, if you've had a bad experience, you've had a bad experience. I'm not going to argue with you. But what I'm saying is, I've had people, well, that knife sucks. No, it don't. Survive Knives did not suck. He was terrible at business, clearly, but it didn't suck. The thing with Carnivore is different because most of you've heard of Carnivore through me, right? If they're done, and I believe they're done, they need to come say that. And this is why I've got a guy that subscribes to the channel, Big Daddy Slasher. Good dude, comments a lot. I was not aware of this. Apparently, he had purchased a knife before Blade Show. And they're not responding to him. Well, they're not responding to anybody, me either. But I got a way of getting people's attention. That bothers me. I don't know if he's seen about their knives on this channel, but most people have. That is something that if they don't come out and make a statement in the next couple of weeks, I'm just going to have to go ahead with a video. The only reason I'm not now, let me be very, very clear. I do not believe in getting in people's business. I do not believe in airing people's business. However, when it directly affects you guys, I'm going to say something. I'm trying to give them every opportunity, every benefit of the doubt. I know Mr. Kramer's in bad health, blah, blah, blah. I know Don's having some mental things. I know that. I want to be respectful of that. But everything has a time limit. I'm not being an asshole. I'm not being mean. I've been straight up from the front. I told y'all from the front, we're going to tell the truth. I'm not shielding anybody. I'm not trying to. I thought I made it clear a couple of weeks ago when I said, hey, you guys need to make a statement. I'm saying it again, but this is the last time I'm saying it. Guys, y'all need to come out. You need to make a statement. If people have bought knives, we need to hear your plan on paying them back. That's easy, okay? That being said, I've talked too long. I've rambled too long. I know this one's a little disjointed, but I missed you. I want y'all to be there tonight, 8 p.m., November the 11th, 8 p.m. It's going to be huge, man. Please be there. Nothing ever goes super smooth with us. It probably won't tonight either. It might be a little bumpy up front. But if you watch Blade Talk, if you're a fan of Blade Talk, you know we have some great conversations. We're going to talk knives. Please be there. Let some folks know. Having these four guys from the industry, this is massive, dude. It's just monstrously big. Look forward to seeing y'all. I'm Scab. You're not. And I'm gone, son. Oh, last thing. I did make a bet with Andy Armstrong on the Georgia-Tennessee game this week. I'll be giving out more details about that as we go. Go Dogs. Y'all have a great one. Love y'all. I'm out.